The future is not preordained by machines, it's created by humans. These are the words of Eric Brahoffson, director at the MIT Initiative on the Digital Economy. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video recorded session provided by Chandigarh University. The topic for today's soft skill video session is understanding group discussions and the role it plays when seeking employment in the fourth industrial revolution. When asked what curriculum he would recommend to a teenager preparing for the coming revolution, Brian Hobson set out a 3-point plan. You want to do things machines can't do well, he says. You want to be working with them, not competing with them. To that end, he recommended an investment in the creativity of the young. Especially important as he believes many schools to be actively stamping it out. The second category he recommends is that of interpersonal skills, teamwork, and leadership. It doesn't help to have a robot give you a pep talk, he says. People may not have degrees, but they can have high emotional intelligence. Lastly, he encourages people to follow their passions. The people who do well do so because they are the best in something, he explained, saying that their love gives them that extra drive to excel, and it is this that will be most important in the digital age. A group discussion, or GD, is a technique used by corporate companies, educational institutes, and other organizations to judge the communication skills of the participant. Compared to technical knowledge, communication skill is a crucial factor in any corporate environment. Hence, many companies are now making group discussion as to their first criteria for screening the candidates before the face-to-face interviews. There indeed is a reason for giving importance to GD. This discussion in the interview process is used for mass screening. The GD selection criteria are based on the actual company requirements. Communication and GD are two relevant soft skills that are a must for anyone looking for a job in the IT or other fields. As it is said that the first impression is the best impression, the way you communicate professionally with your peers, heads, and most importantly, the customers, is directly or indirectly an add-on to the quality of services that your company offers to the masses. Hence, GD is a means of the strainer to strain the right candidate from a pool of applicants. Therefore, making a good impression while speaking in the meetings or interviews is the basic skill that every professional should possess. Let's see how you can make an impression and what skills are judged in GD. The questions you need to ask yourself is how good you are while communicating with others, how you behave and interact with a group, how open-minded are you. Your listening skills are also tested, how you put forward your views, your leadership and decision-making skills, your analysis skill and subject knowledge, your problem-solving and critical thinking skill, and finally your attitude and confidence are all judged during the group discussion. When you have enough knowledge on a particular topic, then it is natural that you will confidently speak about it. So first, initiate. The first and foremost step to come in light among the group is to be knowledgeable enough to initiate the discussion. It is not necessary to have a thorough knowledge of the topic with actual facts and figures, but at least the basic information on the topic will be good enough to speak on it. In order to make a speech more interesting, you can start with a quote which is relevant to the topic, or can start with a short and simple incident or story. Next is to take lead. There could be a situation where you do not have enough information on the given topic. It's wise to wait, watch, and listen to what the other candidates speak until you get a chance to glide into the discussion. Take charge and start your conversation forward. Once you take charge of the discussion, make sure that you speak to the point without dragging the topic for the sake of it. Always remember that less is more. The more you add to the speech, the more you may get prone to making mistakes. Hence, being precise and leading the discussion impactfully is the key. Finally, summarize. Just as initiating a group discussion helps to grab the attention of the GD evaluators, similarly, summarization is an opportunity to turn the heads of the evaluators. Putting together the whole discussion by highlighting the star points and concluding the results of the discussion is summarizing the discussion. The summary should be short and to the point, and no new points should be added for further discussion. Make sure that the summary is not single-sided, but an amalgamation of both sides of the discussion. It is necessary to get noticed by the evaluators, and for that, you need to learn the ways to remain active throughout the session. Analyzing the discussion and coming up with ideas or subtopics that are not mentioned by the other candidates is one way to stay connected in the discussion. Even if your knowledge related to the topic is not vast enough, you can talk on the same topic considering from a different point of view. There would be a case where the discussion may go haywire. Take a lead and try to bring the discussion back to the topic. The last thing to add is appreciating the point of view of the other candidates in an appealing way. For example, I would like to add in by appreciating so, and so is the point of view, and I agree with his view. The statement given as an example may not be valuable, but to some extent it will display a quality of appreciating others' point of view. Practicing by participating in mock GDs by involving your colleagues or your college students can help you find your weak areas and indeed enable you to rectify before appearing for the actual GD. There are certain skills that must be learned as a candidate in order to crack a GD successfully. They are: first, interpersonal skills. It is a skill that helps to convert a normal conversation into an impactful conversation. When we say that you should sound confident, it not only involves the way you speak, but your overall appearance as a whole. The soft skills required include using voice modulation, pronunciation, and tone in an appropriate manner. One can take proper training in soft skills or imbibe some tips of presenting oneself in the corporate world. Second is leadership quality. Among the crowd of talented candidates, there's always a chance of getting overshadowed and compressed. It could be the case where even if the other candidate is less knowledgeable or mediocre in academics, but is one quality of putting forth his positives and ability to control the situation, here the discussion, will make him or her earn a brownie point. Third, listening quality. A good listener is a good problem solver. A good listener helps to build the other qualities that are required in GD, such as analytical skill, critical thinking, communication, decision making, and many more. Listening not only helps to understand the topic from others' point of view, but also helps to think accordingly and reach the solution to the problem or discussion. It is also a good gesture and a communication building block with the other candidates, as it gives a sense of respect for others' views. Listening also makes one approachable and, most importantly, being listened to in return. In simple terms, if you want to be listened to by everyone, then you should also listen to others. Fourth, we have the power of convincing. The ability to convince others by means of your speech is a great skill that is useful for any company. The candidate should be able to impact the other candidates through his thought process, and indeed one must learn this skill. The fifth and final point is to be knowledgeable. In order to be active in a discussion session, one must have an overall knowledge from all the sectors of the world. One should be reading newspapers, various fictions, non-fiction books, and latest updates in different fields such as current affairs, education, sports, travel, arts, and science also is important. Again, it is not necessary to have all the facts and figures of the topic, but it is enough to speak with confidence on the given topic. These are some of the skills to remember and incorporate with in order to face the discussion with ease and confidence. Now, there are certain essential pointers that are very important to get noticed and selected in a GD. They include: first, appearance. It is the first thing to be noticed by anyone, but still people or candidates ignore this aspect of one's personality. Always wear formal attire and be well groomed. Second, eye contact. Your confidence is seen in your eyes. Hence, maintain eye contact with the evaluator while initiating the discussion. Later, share eye contacts with your peers in a consistent manner. During the session, avoid looking at the evaluator and concentrate on the peers. Even when you are listening to the opposite candidate, make sure you are slightly turned towards the angle where the candidate is present and use gestures such as nodding in appreciation in between the presentation. Third, avoid dominance. Always remember that it is a discussion and not a battle. In the heat of the moment, never lose your control of speech and decency. You are there to share a point of view and not to start an argument. Respect others' views and do not try to dominate your views or point. Being patient and calm is the key. Fourth, avoid interrupting. It is considered mannerless to interrupt someone while talking. Everyone has a say, and one should respect and let your turn come for you to have your say. There could be a situation where you may need to cut short the speaker. If so, then do it politely, with due respect, and apologize for doing so. For example, I'm sorry to intervene, but considering the time limit, I may miss to put forth my point, so I would like to say that, and you continue. Fifth is clarity of speech and thoughts. Always maintain a medium speed and volume of your voice. Be prepared in the mind of your thoughts that you are about to present and be clear. Avoid fumbling and jumbling with your speech. Be confident and pardon if you make a mistake while speaking. And finally, the sixth, irrelevant talk. Avoid deviating from the main topic and be on the same track. Quality is more important than quantity. Be short and simple and refrain yourself from involving in irrelevant talks. These are some of the important rules to be considered in the GD. Now, 10 points will be provided as do's and don'ts when appearing for a GD. Please do refer to them for a future reference. And thank you for attending today's session. And I wish everyone a good day, stay safe, and all the best for your future endeavors. Bye.